Ladies and gentlemen, look at this little sweet device sent in by BangGood. This is a leakage current clamp meter. And I tell you, it's actually worked out quite useful for me today. We've been trying to repair a generator. It's given us the ability to be able to check AC voltages, to be able to check the resistance of the windings, to test the capacitors. So it's really come to some practical uses today. All right, folks, testing the generator. Go ahead, start her up then, Pete.
Choke. What did you do to start that bastard? He was running.
So what we've done is we've taken the main output from the windings from the generator at the back here, and we've connected our cables directly into that, and we're using the BangGood current clamp meter here. In voltage, I'm just going to look to see if we can get some voltage out of this thing. Hopefully it will say 240 volts when Pete actually gets it running. Major faux pas, we neglected to connect the fuel tank. Yeah, you can switch them off then.
Hey! Switch it off.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we got the engine running, but yeah, 6 volts basically coming out of the windings from the generator that's connected to the back of the motor. So not good. Checking the capacitors are doing their job. That one says it's 30 microfarads, and yes, indeed, we've got 30 microfarads written on the meter. We have taken apart the generator and just checking another coil here, and yeah, that was showing all good at 0.9 of an ohm, so that all looks sensible. BangGood have sent me the one without DC current clamp, so this one only has AC current clamp mode on it. But some of the things that I really do appreciate about this is the fact that it has a huge display on it. And not only that, but if you're the other way up, you can press a button and you end up with the meter reading the other way up. So that's actually really quite useful if you can't translate automatically from upside down to downside up. It has a little light on the back of it, which, if I'm completely honest with you, it's not particularly useful, the light on the back of it, but the meter itself works really well. I'm quite impressed with it. Let's have a quick talk about the functionality. Obviously it does a voltage, both DC and AC voltage. You plug leads into the bottom of it here. There we go, stuff those in the hole, and we are in DC volts. Let's just spin that around so that it's upside down, or the correct way for you guys. So yes, indeed it does. It does millivolts all the way up to, I think, 500 volts or something along those lines. Anyway, so this model does AC current up to 100 amps, clearly through the clampy bit on the top there, which is quite cool. My model doesn't do DC current, but if it did, it would do a setting on 6 amps, and it would do 60 amps as well. AC voltage, here we go, so up to 600 volts. Oh no, my version does up to 200 volts, which is interesting, because I live in the UK and our standard mains voltage is 240 volts. Which model have I got? Oh, right, okay, this is the 268C. Yeah, the 268C goes up to 200 volts AC RMS. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? So, actually, doesn't even cover a 240 volts AC in the UK, which is a bit of a shame, isn't it? We have obviously continuity mode, we have resistance mode, so we can go from 6 nanofarads up to what looks like 60 millifarads here. which is quite impressive. Yeah, and we have frequency measurement as well. So we've got 60 up to 60 kilohertz. So yeah, I'm not sure. I've got to be honest, I've never really used a scope here to measure frequency. A probed meter to measure frequency. It also has temperature measurement as well, which is really quite interesting. So that's the manual out of the way. Let's just quickly fly through some of these modes then. So let's have a look. We have a voltage, DC voltage. Press and hold. Oh no, press and hold turns it off. Right, so let's turn it on. There we go. Right, it starts in this standard mode here. So if we press the button once again, we go now to a DC volts. It's upside down for us. So I will press the button to spin the display around. There we go, DC volts, AC volts, ohms, resistance. Resistance is futile. Diode check and continuity check. A capacitance, which is quite useful. In fact, that proved very useful today. And we have here also an internal temperature sensor, both in degrees centigrade or Celsius, and also degrees Fahrenheit as well. And then we cycle back to the standard mode. And obviously, we have the ability to be able to press a button to hold that meter reading. If we press and hold, what happens? Not a lot. Press this button here and we go into live mode. And I guess that is for detecting live wires. I haven't actually been able to find the sensor on it when it's in live mode. And then go back to here. And then this button here zeros the meter. So I guess this is if you have the DC current functionality, this button here would be used to zero the meter. And there's a button on the side of it here which is used to flip the display around and also switch to current sensing mode. And so here we can see current sensing mode. There's not very much current going through my finger at the moment. And then the other interesting thing about this little device, it has a USB-C port on the side of it to charge up its internal lithium-ion cells. Anyway, fact of the matter is the display is lovely and big on it. I like the fact that you can actually switch it upside down and right way up. Functionality-wise, it does pretty much everything you need it to, apart from having the ability to be able to do DC current clamp. But yeah, really quite cool. Comes obviously with standard probes, a charge cable, USB-C style charge cable, and then here we have a thermocouple of some description. It's likely going to be a JK thermocouple or something along those lines. Cracking little meter. Obviously links to this meter will be in the description. If you think this is something that's useful to you, go and check it out. BangGood are having a sale at the moment, a flash sale on some of this stuff, so it's probably going to be in there reasonably cheap. As always, ladies and gentlemen, give us a good old thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Have yourselves a wonderful week and weekend, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers and beers, folks. Bye for now.